Imagine waking up in the morning and feeling full of life. You stretch your arms, breathe deeply, and you just feel good. That feeling, that spark inside you, is not just motivation. It's not just mood. It's your energy. But what is this energy really? Many people hear the word energy and think of something magical or mysterious. But in truth, energy is very real, and it's with you all the time. It's in your body, in your emotions, in your thoughts, even the way you speak and walk. Understanding your energy is the first step to controlling it and using it in the right way. Let's begin simply. Everything in life is energy. Science tells us this. Every object, every person, every tree, even your thoughts, are made of tiny vibrations. When something is full of energy, it moves faster. When it's low in energy, it feels heavy, slow, or stuck. That's why some days feel full of light and others feel dark. That's your energy state shifting. Now, let's talk about your personal energy, the one that spiritual people often call your aura or vibration. Think about the last time you walked into a room and felt something was off, even before anyone said a word. Or when you met someone and instantly felt drawn to them, even though they were a stranger. That's energy. You're not just seeing or hearing. You're feeling them. Your energy is like your personal atmosphere. It surrounds you and affects everything you do. And more than that, it affects how the world reacts to you. Now ask yourself this. Do you feel light or heavy most of the time? Do people often come to you and feel peace? Or do they leave feeling drained? Do you wake up feeling inspired or tired before the day even starts? These are signs of how your energy is flowing. Let's break it down even more. Your energy has three main parts. Mental energy, this is your thoughts. When your thoughts are clear, focused, and kind, your energy is strong. But when your mind is full of fear, worry, or anger, your energy weakens. Emotional energy, these are your feelings. Love, joy, and gratitude are high-energy emotions. They lift you up, but sadness, jealousy, or hate pull you down. The goal is not to avoid emotions, but to understand and guide them. Physical energy, this is your body. If you eat poorly, sleep badly, and never move, your energy gets blocked. But when you care for your body, your energy flows freely. Most people think energy is something they either have or don't, but that's not true. Energy is something you can learn to control. Just like training your body in the gym, you can train your energy. Let me tell you a quick story. There was a man who worked in a loud, stressful city. Every day he felt tired, angry, and disconnected. He thought he needed a vacation or more sleep. But when he started practicing 10 minutes of stillness each morning, just sitting and breathing, everything changed. His thoughts calmed down. His emotions stopped racing, and his body felt lighter. He didn't escape the city. He didn't quit his job. He simply began controlling his energy instead of letting the world control it for him. That's the secret. You are not your stress. You are not your pain. You are not even your thoughts. You are the energy behind it all. And if you can understand this, then you're already on the path. Because here's the truth. Energy doesn't lie. You can fake a smile, but your energy tells the truth. You can wear nice clothes, say the right things, act spiritual, but if your energy is off, people will feel it. More importantly, you will feel it. So, how do you become aware of your energy? Start by asking these simple questions every day. What kind of thoughts am I having right now? How do I feel in this moment, emotionally and physically? What or who is taking my energy today? What or who is giving me energy? Energy is movement. It's flow. It's never really lost, but it can be blocked, misused, or sent in the wrong direction. When you become aware of how your energy works, you stop being a victim of moods, people, or situations. You begin to take back control. And here's the most powerful part. The more you understand your energy, the more powerful you become. Not powerful in a controlling way, but powerful in a calm, unshakable way. The kind of power that lights up a room without saying a word. The kind of power that helps others feel safe and seen. And this is where your spiritual journey truly begins. Because being spiritual is not about how many books you've read or how much you meditate. It's about how you carry your energy. It's about how you move through the world, not just for yourself, but for those around you. So take this first step seriously. Observe your energy. Feel it, and most importantly, respect it. Because your energy is your greatest tool, and soon it will become your greatest gift. Every day, people wake up and feel tired before they've even started. They drink coffee, scroll their phones, and push themselves forward, thinking maybe it's just a bad night's sleep. But what if the reason you feel so drained has nothing to do with your body and everything to do with your energy? You see, energy loss doesn't always happen in big dramatic moments. It doesn't scream for attention. It's quiet, invisible. It slips away slowly, little by little, like a leak in a water tank. And by the time most people notice it, they're already running on empty. This is why even spiritual people who meditate, journal, or pray, can still feel exhausted or stuck. They've been leaking energy without even realizing it. One of the biggest hidden energy drains is something almost everyone does without thinking. It's the habit of negative self-talk. That quiet voice in your head that says, "You're not good enough," or "Why did you mess that up again?" Most people don't argue with this voice. They believe it. They let it speak every day. And over time, those small, repeated thoughts become walls inside the mind, walls that block energy from flowing freely. Just think about it. Every time you criticize yourself harshly, your energy drops. Every time you tell yourself you're not worthy, a part of your inner light dims. It's like taking a piece of your power and throwing it away. Now multiply that over weeks, months, or even years, and you begin to see the true cost. Your energy doesn't just fade. It gets trapped in self-doubt. And here's the truth that many people don't want to face. You don't need someone else to steal your energy. You're often doing it to yourself. But that's only one piece of the puzzle. The second way you lose energy is through toxic connections. And this one is deep, because not every toxic connection looks obvious. Sometimes it's not someone yelling at you or treating you badly. Sometimes it's someone who smiles to your face but drains you with every conversation. It's someone who always brings drama, or someone who never listens, only talks, or even someone you love, but every time you see them, you leave feeling worse. Your energy reacts to people before your mind does. You may not see it clearly, but your body knows. That tight feeling in your chest, the heavy feeling in your stomach, that sudden tiredness when you're around a certain person. These are not random. These are warnings. Your energy is telling you something is off. And yet, most people ignore these signs. They keep giving and giving because they feel guilty, or because they're afraid to be alone, or because they think love means sacrifice. But energy doesn't lie. If someone is draining you more than they are lifting you, that connection needs to change. Sometimes that means creating space. Sometimes that means setting clear boundaries. And sometimes, yes, it means walking away. Protecting your energy isn't selfish, it's sacred. Because the more energy you lose to the wrong people, the less you have for your purpose, your growth, and the people who truly need your light. And then there's a third big energy drain. And this one might surprise you. It's distraction. We live in a world that is louder than ever. Messages, videos, updates, noise. It never ends. Most people check their phones first thing in the morning, then again while eating, then again while walking. Even in silence, their mind is busy, thinking, planning, worrying. There's never a moment to just be still. But every time you shift your attention, you also shift your energy. Imagine your energy like a beam of light. Wherever you focus it, that area becomes brighter. But if your attention is always jumping from app to app, person to person, thought to thought, then your energy becomes scattered. It loses strength. It becomes thin, like a flashlight with dying batteries. Have you ever tried to meditate but couldn't stop thinking? Or tried to be present with someone but found yourself distracted? That's not a lack of discipline. That's a sign that your energy is being pulled in too many directions. And this constant movement, this lack of focus, is draining your power every minute. The sad part is, most people have no idea this is happening. They think being busy is being productive. They think responding to every notification is staying connected. But in truth, they're slowly giving away their most valuable resource, their energy. So let's stop here for a moment. Let's breathe and look honestly. Are your own thoughts lifting you up or pulling you down? Are the people around you fueling your spirit or feeding off it? Are you focused on what really matters, or just busy being busy? Because knowing these things is not enough. Awareness is the beginning, yes. But change starts when you choose to stop the leaks. When you say, no more giving my power to guilt, no more handing my energy to distractions, no more allowing others to dim my light. This isn't about perfection. It's about protection. It's about realizing that your energy is not unlimited. It's sacred. And every time you waste it on something that doesn't feed your soul, you're delaying your own growth. But here's the good news. Just as you've lost energy in small steps, you can gain it back in small steps too. The moment you speak kindly to yourself, your energy begins to return. The moment you set a healthy boundary, your light grows stronger. The moment you sit in silence, even for 5 minutes, you begin to gather your power again. Because you don't need more time. You don't need more tools. You need less noise, less guilt, less of what drains you, and more of what makes your spirit feel alive. You are not empty. You are simply scattered. But you can return to yourself fully, deeply, powerfully. And once you do, you'll stop asking where your energy went, because you'll feel it right there in your hands, in your heart, and in every step you take forward. Once you understand how your energy works and where it's leaking, the next step is to take your power back. You don't need to fight. You don't need to force. You just need to clean and protect your energy field. Gently, simply, consistently. Because your energy is like a home. If you don't clean it, it gets dusty. If you leave the door open all the time, anyone can walk in, good or bad. And if you never pause to protect what's inside, even the strongest walls can be worn down. So ask yourself this. When was the last time you cleared your energy? Most people clean their bodies every day. They shower. They brush their teeth. They wash their hands. But their energy, their mind, their emotional space, that gets ignored. And over time, that invisible dirt builds up. You walk through a crowd and feel drained afterward. You talk to someone angry, and you carry their emotion all day. You watch sad news, and it sticks to your mood like a shadow. You didn't do anything wrong, but your energy field, your aura, absorbed that weight. And if you don't know how to clean it, you carry it. You live with it. And worst of all, you start to think it's you. But it's not you. It's energy you've picked up. So how do you let it go? Let's start with something ancient, something simple. Breath. Yes, your breath is more than just air. It's the fastest way to clear energy. When you take a deep breath and exhale slowly, your nervous system calms down. Your mind slows down. Your energy starts to shift. Try this right now. Inhale through your nose slowly for 4 seconds. Hold it for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Do this 3 times. Feel that? That's your energy resetting. Your body coming home. No tools. No music. Just your breath. It's always with you. Another way to clear energy is salt water. This is an old practice used in many spiritual cultures. Salt is known to absorb negative energy. Just placing your feet in warm salt water for 10 minutes can remove the heaviness. If you don't have a tub, even soaking your hands can help. As you do it, imagine the energy leaving your body, flowing out into the water, being released. And then there's nature, one of the most powerful healers. You don't need to go to the mountains. Just step outside, touch a tree, walk barefoot in grass, sit in the sunlight, let the wind touch your face. Nature doesn't ask for anything. It just takes what you carry and gives you stillness in return. And in that stillness, your energy breathes again. But what about protection? How do you stop your energy from being affected by everything and everyone around you? This is where intention comes in. Before you step into the world each day, set an intention. My energy is mine. I protect it with love. Say it out loud. Whisper it. Write it down. It doesn't matter how, but mean it, because intention is like armor. It tells the universe, this space is sacred. Handle with care. Another tool is visualization. Close your eyes and picture a soft, golden light surrounding your body. Not hard like a wall, but warm, soft, alive. This is your energy field. Imagine it growing brighter with each breath. Imagine it gently bouncing off any negativity that comes your way. This light is not a weapon. It's a filter. It lets love in and keeps harm out. And remember, protection doesn't mean closing your heart. It means choosing what enters. You can still love people without letting their chaos in. You can still be kind without saying yes to everything. You can still be open without being unguarded. One of the most powerful ways to protect your energy is to create silence in your day. Even 5 minutes. No phone, no noise, just you and your breath. Because in silence, your energy gets a chance to speak. It tells you what it needs, what it's holding, what it's ready to release. We live in a loud world and silence is rare. But for spiritual people, silence is survival. It's how we come back to ourselves. And here's something most people forget. You don't need to carry everything. It's okay to let the day go. It's okay to disconnect. You are not responsible for healing everyone. You're responsible for staying rooted in your own light. That's what makes you a lighthouse. Not someone who runs around saving every ship, but someone who stands tall, grounded, glowing, so others can find their way. And yes, some days are harder. Some days, your energy feels heavy no matter what you do. That's okay. You're human. On those days, don't fight it. Just be gentle. Go slower. Rest more. Speak less. Let the energy move on its own. Because your job is not to be perfect. Your job is to be present. And when you clean and protect your energy regularly, something beautiful happens. You stop reacting. You stop absorbing. You start choosing. You walk into a room, and you don't pick up the fear in the air. You stay calm. You hear someone complain, and you don't take it in. You stay centered. You feel sadness rise, and instead of drowning in it, you hold it with love, and then let it pass. This is the power of spiritual hygiene. It's not dramatic. It's not loud, but it's life-changing. Because a clean, protected energy field doesn't just change how you feel. It changes how the world feels you. People start to notice. They feel safe around you. They feel lighter. They don't know why, but they sense your peace. And without doing anything, you begin to raise the energy around you, not with force, not with words, but with presence. And that's the mark of someone who truly knows how to control their energy. Not someone who shines all the time, but someone who knows how to clean the dirt, protect the light, and come back to center again and again. Now that your energy is clear and protected, it's time to understand something that changes everything. The way you direct your energy. Because energy is not just something you carry. It's something you send. Every day, every moment. Whether you realize it or not, energy doesn't just sit still inside you. It moves. It flows. And the direction it flows in is shaped by one simple truth. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. This is a concept as old as time. Ancient spiritual teachers knew this. Wise monks, desert mystics, yogis, they all spoke about the power of attention. Not in the way we speak of it now, like paying attention in school, but in a deeper way. They knew that attention is energy in motion, and that what you give attention to become stronger, becomes real. Think about this for a moment. If you constantly focus on your problems, they grow. If you constantly focus on fear, it takes over your life. But if you start focusing on healing, on peace, on your vision for something greater, suddenly your energy moves with purpose. It starts to build something new. You are the one steering the ship. But most people forget they're holding the wheel. They go through their day reacting, watching, scrolling, worrying. Their energy is scattered in 1,000 directions, like water spilled on the floor. No center, no aim, no control. But your energy is not meant to be scattered. It's meant to be aimed. This is where intention becomes your guide. Imagine waking up each day and asking one question. Where do I want my energy to go today? Just that question can change your life. Because without direction, your energy follows the strongest noise. And in today's world, noise is everywhere. Everyone wants your attention. Ads, social media, arguments, distractions. They're not just taking your time. They're feeding on your energy. And if you're not choosing where your focus goes, someone else is choosing for you. Now here's the secret most spiritual people miss. You don't have to fight your energy. You don't have to force it. You just have to choose where to place your attention, and your energy will follow. Let's make this real. Think of someone who complains all the time. Even small problems become big for them. They speak about what's wrong all the time. Guess what happens? Their energy keeps flowing into negativity. They feed it. It grows. It becomes their reality. Now think of someone who faces hardship, but chooses to focus on learning, on gratitude, on helping others. Their energy moves in a different direction. They feel lighter. They rise faster. They heal quicker. Not because they're lucky, but because they've chosen where to send their focus. This is not magic. It's physics of the spirit. Energy needs guidance, and your focus is the guide. So, how do you direct energy with intention? Start small. In the morning, sit in silence for 2 minutes. Place your hand on your chest and ask, what do I want to feel today? What do I want to create today? Where is my energy most needed? Then hold that feeling, that thought, that vision. Let it settle in your body. Let it become your anchor. You don't need a loud goal. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need clarity. When you direct energy with intention, everything you do carries more power. A conversation becomes healing. A walk becomes sacred. Even doing the dishes becomes a form of mindfulness, because now you're not just doing things. You're moving energy. And when you become intentional, you also become aware of the places that steal focus. Let's be honest. Most people live in a loop of mental noise. They replay arguments. They imagine what could go wrong. They scroll endlessly, comparing themselves to strangers. This is not just a waste of time. It's a drain on your soul. And you know what's worse? The more attention you give to things that don't matter, the less power you have for things that do. So reclaim your focus. Reclaim your power. If you want to heal, focus your energy on healing. If you want to grow, focus your energy on learning. If you want to love, focus your energy on being present. If you want peace, focus your energy on peace. Because whatever you water grows. Even ancient civilizations knew this. The Egyptian priesthood, the yogic sages of India, the shamans of South America, they all taught practices of directing energy through thought, sound, and breath. Their rituals weren't just about tradition. They were tools to focus the mind, and by doing so, focus energy. This is not about religion. This is about awareness. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. You are already powerful. Your energy is already flowing. But now, you can choose where it goes. And that's the moment everything shifts. Because instead of being pulled by life, you start to lead your life. You wake up with clarity. You speak with purpose. You move with calm. And people feel it. They sense it. They may not know what changed, but you will. Your energy isn't reacting anymore. It's creating. You're not just surviving. You're designing a life that feels aligned, a path that feels right, a spirit that feels full. So as you move through your day, remember this. Every thought is a seed. Every focus is a choice. Every moment is a direction. Where you place your attention, your life follows. Let it follow something beautiful. Let it follow something true. Let it follow you. There's a kind of energy that moves faster than anything else. It can lift you to the highest joy or throw you into the deepest pain. It can change your voice, your breath, your decisions. It's not physical. It's not mental. It's emotional. Emotions are the purest form of energy in the human experience. Yet, most people don't know how to deal with them. They fear them, they hide them, or they let emotions take full control. But here's the truth every spiritualist must know. You don't need to escape your emotions. You need to learn to ride them, because emotional energy, when understood, can become your greatest power. Let's start by clearing something up. Emotions are not weakness. They are not in the way. They are messages. They tell you what matters. They show you where you've been hurt, where you need healing, where you need change. Pain is not the enemy. It's a signal. Anger is not a sin. It's a boundary being broken. Sadness is not failure. It's a heart that needs to release something heavy. The problem is not the emotion itself. It's what you do with it. Most people either suppress or explode. They bottle things up for days, weeks, or even years. And when it becomes too much, it all bursts out through words they regret, actions they can't take back, or silence that cuts deeper than sound. And then they wonder why they feel stuck, heavy or broken. But what if emotions aren't meant to be shut down or pushed out? What if they're meant to be transformed? That's the key. Turning pain into power doesn't mean pretending you're not hurt. It means facing that hurt honestly and using it to grow. Let me tell you a short story. There was a young woman who always smiled. People thought she was the happiest person they knew, but inside, she was carrying pain. The pain of rejection, the pain of feeling not good enough. And every time those feelings came up, she pushed them down. She kept busy. She kept smiling. But over time, her body began to feel tired. Her energy dropped. She couldn't explain it. One day, she sat alone in silence. For the first time, she didn't distract herself. She let the sadness rise. It felt like waves. At first, she cried. Then she breathed. Then something surprising happened. Underneath the sadness, there was strength. A calm voice inside said, "You've carried this long enough. Let it go now." That moment changed everything. She didn't become someone new. She became who she really was, without the layers of pain hiding her light. That's what happens when you allow emotions to move through you, not control you, not to define you, but to guide you. Let's go deeper. Emotions are energy in motion. That means they are not supposed to stay stuck. But we often trap them. How? By resisting, by labeling, by fearing. The moment you say, "I shouldn't feel this way," you create resistance. The moment you say, "This feeling is bad," you build a wall. And what stays inside that wall? Your energy, your light, your voice. So the first step to mastering emotional energy is acceptance, not approval, not giving up, just seeing clearly. I feel angry right now. I feel afraid right now. I feel hurt right now. Just saying it to yourself with honesty already opens a space for healing. Next comes expression. You don't need to scream or cry in public. You just need a way to move the energy out. For some, it's writing, pouring the emotion onto a page without filters. For others, it's movement, walking, dancing, shaking, even punching a pillow. The point is not what you do. The point is that you let the emotion flow instead of locking away. And then comes alchemizing, turning emotional energy into something higher. This is the real magic. This is what the mystics meant when they talked about turning lead into gold. Lead is a heavy emotion. Gold is a clarity, strength, or love that rises when emotion has passed through. You don't need to carry your pain forever. You can sit with it, learn from it, then release it and rise stronger. But what about recurrent emotions? What about anger that keeps coming back? Or sadness that won't let go? That means there's still something unspoken, a part of you that feels unseen. You're not failing. You're being called deeper, to listen more, to care more, to go beyond the surface. And often, those emotions point to one place: the inner child, the part of you that felt abandoned, the part of you that was told to be quiet, strong, perfect. That child is still inside. And every time you feel emotional pain that doesn't seem to match the situation, it's often that child crying out, "Do you see me now? Will you finally listen?" And when you do, when you comfort that part of you with love instead of shame, your energy returns like a wave. Not just peace, but power. Because you're no longer splitting your energy between who you are and who you think you should be. You become whole. And here's where it gets beautiful. When you master emotional energy, your presence changes. You no longer fear the tears in others. You no longer react to every trigger. You become someone who can hold space for yourself and for others. People feel safe with you, not because you're always happy, but because you're always real. And in a world full of masks, that's rare. That's powerful. Your energy becomes magnetic, not loud, not showy, just honest, grounded, alive. So the next time you feel a heavy emotion, don't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Ask, "What is this emotion here to teach me?" What truth have I been avoiding? What part of me is ready to be seen, held, and healed? Because your pain is not a punishment. It's a doorway. And on the other side of that doorway is strength you didn't know you had. Let your emotions speak. Let them move. Then let them go. And watch your energy rise higher than it ever has before. There comes a point in every spiritual path where the focus shifts. At first, you try to heal. You try to understand. You search for answers, for guidance, for tools to feel better, to be better. But then something changes. You stop chasing light, and you start becoming it. This is what it means to live as an energy master, not someone who controls the world, not someone who never feels pain, but someone who knows their energy so deeply they are no longer shaped by chaos around them. Instead, they shape the space they walk into. They bring calm to tension, clarity to confusion, light to heaviness. And they don't do it by preaching or performing. They do it by presence. Because presence is the final secret, the deepest one, the quiet power of a person who is fully here, in their body, in their breath, in their moment, with no need to escape, no need to impress, just fully aligned. This is the kind of energy that doesn't need to speak to be heard. But let's be honest, the world is heavy. It's noisy. It's fast. It's full of stories that tell you to rush, to compare, to doubt. There will always be reasons to react, reasons to panic, reasons to fall back into old habits. So, how does someone walk in peace through a world that pulls them in every direction? By creating a sacred rhythm. Energy mastery is not something you do once. It's something you live day by day, breath by breath. Like brushing your teeth, like eating. It becomes part of your rhythm, your flow, your way of moving through the world. And it starts with a simple truth. Your energy is your responsibility. You don't get to blame the day, or the mood, or the people. You get to choose. Not how the world acts, but how you respond. Not what happens, but how your energy meets it. You become like a tree, still when the wind blows, rooted when the storm comes. You sway, but you don't break. And the deeper your roots grow, the higher your light reaches. This is not a fantasy. This is real, but it requires practice. It means waking up and checking in with your energy before you check your phone. It means choosing silence before noise. It means ending the day by releasing what's not yours to carry, so you don't take it into your sleep. It means knowing how to return to center, no matter how far the world pulls you. You create rituals. You find what grounds you. Maybe it's sitting by a candle. Maybe it's breath work. Maybe it's a walk at sunset. You learn the things that bring you back, and you protect those things fiercely, because the world will always ask for more. But your peace cannot be traded, not anymore. You also become someone who stops reacting. When someone insults you, you don't take it personally. You see their pain. When something goes wrong, you don't collapse. You stay open. When you feel fear rise, you breathe through it instead of running from it. You realize, I am not here to escape the world. I am here to embody light within it. And this changes how you speak, how you love, how you walk into a room. People start to notice. They come to you, not for answers, but for energy. They say things like, I feel better around you, or you have such a calming presence. But you don't let that praise feed your ego. You just smile, because you know this is not about being special. It's about being clear, and clarity is contagious. You no longer waste energy explaining yourself to people who won't understand. You no longer try to prove your worth. You simply live it. And this is when you start to inspire, not by talking, but by being. You become a mirror for others, not by fixing them, but by reminding them of who they are, because your light reflects their own. Your calm reflects their potential. Your energy says, it's safe to come home to yourself. And slowly, without trying, you begin to lift the vibration of everyone around you. This is the path of the energy master. It is not about being perfect. It is about being present. It is not about being untouchable. It is about being unshaken. It is not about always being happy. It is about being whole. Because energy mastery is not an escape from life. It's a deeper walk into it. It's when you can sit with joy fully, without fearing it will end. It's when you can hold grief fully without drowning in it. It's when you can love deeply without losing yourself in someone else. It's when you stop waiting for peace and become peace. And here's something beautiful. You don't need anyone's permission to start. You can start right now with one breath, one choice, one moment of awareness. That's all it takes to step into your power again, and then again, and again, until it becomes your way of life. A life where your energy doesn't just survive, it radiates. You don't need to change the whole world. Just change the energy you bring to the world, because that ripple is more powerful than you know. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to be powerfully human, clear, grounded, alive, full of light, even when the sky is dark. This is what it means to walk as an energy master, not above others, not ahead of them, but among them, quietly, steadily, lighting the way, simply by walking your own path. And in that walk, you don't just control your energy, you become it.